morning, everybody, and welcome to the Aquatic Morning Show, where the aquarists go and all you go to be in the know on the Aquatic Morning Show. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Gentlemen, who are you talking
to? Two of you didn't answer. What's up with that?
I'm no gentleman.
Yes, you are.
Good morning, Dr. Anthony. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning.
Oh, we can't hear you, Brandon. Nope, can't hear you.
It's better that way.
Can't hear you. I can see you talking, but can't hear you. Oh my goodness. So, Dr. Anthony, we got your presence today. What's going on?
You should be honored to have this gentleman.
Honored. I am graced with your presence.
Well, we were going to go out collecting fish this morning, and it's raining, so decided to stay in. So
understood.
I have some things to do later on here, so I'm relaxing this morning. Last couple of days here, it's time to relax.
Brendan said, screw this, I'm out of here.
He's going to come out and come back in and try that.
Now, I know he's fixing his stuff.
Yeah.
Fixing. Right. Uh-oh. He's fixing.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Hey, Verizon. Right. We can hear you now.
It's just picky like that.
I wasn't muted on my mic. I wasn't muted on my computer. Nothing. It was weird.
Yeah. Nothing here either. So, but we got you now. That's what matters. Let's run through and say good morning as we do every morning. Miss Dee Dee was the first one in here and she said, "Smelled it." Annette, she's pulling it for you now. Monster Fish Gal, Miss Lori, throwing out all my links and y'all's links.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Thanks.
That's better. Exactly. That's better. I hate the glare. I hate it so bad. So
I know, me too.
But then when I do that, I look like I'm like 20 years older.
It's one of those things that I'm learning that when you're trying to make videos and stuff and you wear glasses, it's really hard to get the light in the right place.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're looking at the aquariums that you don't like, looks like you have goggles on because that's all you see. It's right here in the aquarium back in the camera. Let's see. Aquarium Daily. Good morning. And there is a Mystery Snow Guardian. She's helping you smell it from the start. There we go. Mississippi Hippie. Good morning. I think I missed your stream yesterday. Did she stream yesterday? Maybe, maybe not. Jenna P, good morning. Lady Warship, good morning. Greg, I accidentally butt dialed Greg yesterday.
Did he enjoy it?
Well, I hope so.
Gotta look at the good side of things.
That's right. Mr. Positivity today. Gina's Reeve, Dennis Christensen, good morning, you guys.
It's Friday. We got to be all happy and giddy, right?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
gotta be.
My last weekend in Peru, so I have to enjoy myself.
Are you ready? Like ready to get back home?
Oh, I was ready to get back home.
First weekend.
No, about a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
When my wife left, I wanted to go with her, but I had students here, so I couldn't. So
Right.
My final student just left yesterday, so it's a good time anyway.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you get any sleep, Brennan?
I went to bed at 5 a.m.
Ooh.
Almost.
Were
Kind of.
Stream late or something?
Well, James did. James was on until like 3:30 a.m. my time.
Yeah,
So.
I knew that he went late or went after his, after Ed's. And He did a live oh my gosh, I can't talk. You know why I can't hear? I don't have my freaking things plugged in. My speakers. There. Maybe now I can hear better. Okay. Why? A panel. Open panel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Open panel. Well, I'm glad it went long. That's good.
Yeah, it was a good old time.
Good deal. Oh, that sounds weird. We don't do those that much anymore. My dad the other day when I got here and I did the test run to make sure all the equipment was going to work after, getting here and everything. And yesterday my dad said, well, now did I see you streaming at like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning? And I was like, yeah, but it wasn't like the show. It was just a test. He's like, well, it said you went like 20 or 30 minutes. I said, I know, every time I went to go leave, more people came in. So I stayed. Well, I'm glad y'all had a glad. I'm glad you had a glad time.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a gad time.
That's right.
Well, it's nice being on a channel other than my own so late at night.
Yeah. Sounds like I was the one up late. Stephen P. nailed that shizzle. Richard Reynolds, good morning.
Hope you're doing well, Richard.
Crypt Keeper, good to see you. Long time. Yep, we were up there. It was a really good stream. We talked about a lot of stuff. Good deal. That'll be one of those streams that I run when ain't nobody else. When there is no one else, not there ain't. Although ain't is in the dictionary, but it's not good.
Now it is. Only the last 10 years.
Yeah, through enough fit. But there are so many other words in the dictionary that I would have never thought were there that are there.
Mm-hmm. People don't expect all these foul words that people use all the time to be in the dictionary either, but they are.
Exactly. It sounds like Jess is ready for some tongue twisters today. I would probably not do well with them.
Ain't a word, and I ain't gonna say it.
That's right. Been super busy at work. Sorry, been missing a lot of streams. Crypt Keeper, it is okay. Life happens.
I have a little rebuttal on that statement because I find it very, very difficult to believe that some of the words that are now introduced into the English language are even in the dictionary, but a word like ain't or y'all isn't.
Yeah.
Or
Ain't.
fixin'. What's
I love
fixin'?
Fixing. They need to put it in the dictionary, a Southern dictionary, fixing. I'm fixing to go out and do something.
When I first started teaching in Texas, I conjugated the verb fixin' for my students.
I would think that other languages are kind of like when they're learning the English language. Slang.
Yeah. When I moved up here from South Texas, I was like 9 years old. So it was quite an adjustment. One, because I had a pretty thick Hispanic accent. And then getting used to the way people talked and saying stuff like, we're fixing to go do this. And I'm like, what does that mean? Why is it broken?
Yep. Can y'all hear me any better now?
You're echoing now.
I'm echoing now.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Sounds like you're
tunnel. You sound like you're in a tunnel.
Okay. Better?
Yeah.
Is that any better?
No.
Really?
It was better before at the very beginning.
Before
Whatever you did.
Okay.
No. Just go with it.
All right. Better now?
A little.
It should be back to where it was.
No, it still sounds like the mic is behind you somewhere.
That's weird.
See, like that word, like how people use finna, like it drives me nuts. Why can't you just say fixin'? The syllables that you use to say finna and fixin' are the same. Like I don't understand why you shorten it even further.
I don't use
And I'm a
fitna, fixin' to fix. I'm fixin' to. I do use fixin' to a lot. I'm fixin' to, but that's just the southern slang I use. Like a bathroom or okay. Is it better now? It should be better now because it's all back to before without my speakers and without my mic.
No, not really. It just sounds like you're in the bathroom, like Whip's World said.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, wait, I didn't unplug my speaker. Hang on.
Me too, Grip. It drives me nuts.
Can you hear me now?
To me, it's almost like they're reverting back to talking like a damn baby.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Now everything's
the new
unplugged.
slang is basically lazy English. You know, the way a lot of people talk, they just run everything together. There's no enunciation. So it kind of runs together. And yeah, it's I don't know. It's kind of disrespectful, I think, in such a term, if that fits appropriately.
Well, it would be
It's just one of those
disrespectful
things that,
to like
learn to
English
talk
teachers,
and
but
talk right to people, Yeah, around your friends or whatever, talk however the heck you want to, but
But in a professional setting and stuff like that, that's not
Yeah.
really.
I make fun of Skipper and his word Ewan. Ewan. I never heard that word before. When you use it on a live stream. What's Ewan?
maybe we're all just getting old and grumpy. No, that's Dr. Anthony.
For once, I'm in a good mood. Man, you brought me down.
Hey, it's been so long that I've seen you and talked to you. I got to give you a hard time.
I
Right?
know. I had to go check. One of the Peruvian students was throwing out my earthworms. So I wanted to make sure he didn't throw them away.
Ugh.
What? How do you do your earthworms?
Well,
Like you
here,
grow them to feed them?
no, actually,
You guys have giant earthworms down there, don't you?
some, but the ones we're getting are actually small. I try to compost bin here, but the ants get to it no matter what.
Really?
No matter what I do to it, painted the sides of the container with copper paint, put boric acid all around it, put salt. The ants just find a way in, and they will devastate the cultures here. So what we've been doing lately is just getting the earthworms, buying them from some of the local people, and freezing them, because the earthworms is the only thing the big stingrays will eat right now. We're trying to get them, over on frozen foods and things of that sort, but they refuse to eat it right now. So it's gonna be a long process.
I'll be daggone. And they'll eat them frozen?
Oh, let's hope so.
Yeah, okay. Chris Howell, good morning. Mexicali Fish Keeper, good morning.
Hey, Georgie boy.
Well, Jerry's not here. I didn't know Jerry had a Mexican accent.
It's almost hard
Okay.
not to develop one in southern Texas and stuff.
Can't you tell? I mean, his accent is really thick right now. Joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
It was a joke.
Yes.
Can you put diatomaceous earth around the compost?
You can, but it's hard to find diatomaceous earth around here.
It's expensive.
We're out in the middle of nowhere. A lot of things you think you could get if you're in Lima, you can get anything. But since everything has to be flown here or shipped here, it's just difficult to get some of the supplies that you really think would be easy to get.
And so diatomaceous earth would keep the ants away?
Yeah, diatomaceous earth is used as in a lot of the sprays, the dust sprays you put, at your house, because diatomaceous earth is just the leftover skeleton from all these diatoms. And when insects walk over them, they'll actually cut their bodies.
Oh.
Gets in the joints of all their
So for little things, it's really devastating.
Really?
We put in our fingers and don't think anything of it, but
you inhale it, you have some problems.
Oh yeah, you inhale it, sure. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. In diatomaceous earth, you can put it in a tank that's like green water and it'll clear it up.
You can put it in a diatomaceous filter.
Yeah, you have to use it as a filtering material, and the diatom skeletons have all these little holes, these pores in them, and that's what actually is used to filter out all the stuff.
Only problem with diatomaceous filters, they're usually absurdly expensive.
Yeah. The old Vortex filter that they don't make anymore was a great filter.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, I think some of the new models of some of the diatomaceous filters they have out there run $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a piece.
Yeah. I mean, the easiest thing to do if you want to use a diatomaceous earth filter is buy a cheap swimming pool filter and pump. I mean, some of those run only $200 or $300.
Yep.
And they have a eight 1/8 horsepower pump, which probably 700-800 gallons an hour, which is to filter a tank is really good. I mean,
and it's already got the diatomaceous earth in it.
Yeah. Oh no, you have to actually put the diatomaceous earth in it, and then you after a while you have to back flush it, get rid of all that old diatomaceous earth. But modern swimming pools use diatomaceous earth filters.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. I mean, I knew that it could be used to clear up like a green water tank or a cloudy tank, but I didn't know they used it in swimming pools.
Yep. My pool that's what we use on our pool. So.
Okay. Alishon, Mark, blah, 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 blah. Is
that a new person?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that written out.
How do you spell that?
Mark 389. Good morning. Kenny E, good morning. It's good to see you. I guess you're off work or before you go to work. It's good to see you. We don't get to see you that much anymore. You went back to work.
Good morning, Kenny.
Went back to work. And
you mean I won't have as much Kenny in my life now? What the hell is this?
No, I know. Aquatic Universe with Mike B. Good morning.
My wife is making our plane reservations for Fishtoberfest this morning.
Oh, snap.
All right.
And we're going up there early and staying late so we can actually look at homes.
There you go. And have some R&R before and after. Or actually, at Kenny's house, it's not really R&R.
How does this work? We have a RR that came in from Bangkok. So how does it work that they're watching the aquatic evening show or afternoon show?
Pretty much, yeah. Yep.
Well, thanks
the
for
late night morning show.
Right. Well, welcome anyway.
If you ever get a chance to go to Bangkok, to go to the tropical fish market,
I'd love to see that stuff.
Oh, that's
yeah.
I've been twice, and it's just marvelous. You marvel at all those fish.
I did a lot of research on that area in the fish market industry in that area, and it's insane.
Yeah.
And then so many different species from all across the world pretty much use Bangkok as a hub to ship across the rest of the other world, and it's wild.
I was surprised to see American paddlefish in the aquarium stores there in JJ Market, which is the big market.
Yeah. I was in Germany when I was younger, and we had visited a few fish farms and stuff down there, and they were keeping darters and stuff, like American darters and just a bunch of wild caught species from America, and I thought that was really cool, and they were super popular and kind of rare over there.
Where is Fishtoberfest? Our Aquatic Universe is asking. It is going to be in Portland, Oregon, right?
Yep.
Right
by the airport.
Right by the airport. If you go to, is it on fishfam.link? It should be on fishfam.link. But at the end of the show, I'll bring the flyer up and show all of the information on it for you. Our aquatic universe.
I have to figure out what to talk on. I still don't know what I'm going to talk on at Fishtoberfest.
A podium?
No idea.
The stage?
Yeah. The problem is 2 weeks before I'm going to Eugene, Oregon to give a talk at their aquarium club. So I don't want to do the same thing I'm doing at Eugene.
Well,
not a whole lot of people talk about stingrays. That's all I'm going to say.
But stingrays are illegal in California, so I don't even think about stingrays. They're not illegal in Oregon. So when we move to Oregon, there's 2 species of stingrays that I'm going to bring in to my house.
Other than smoking weed, what isn't illegal in California?
I don't know.
It seems like everything over there is, y'all in California, it's a whole different world on what you can and can't do and have and shipped in because it could be cancerous, so you can't have anything in styrofoam and all this crazy. That's just wow. I don't get it.
I don't either.
The government is there to protect you. That's what they feel. That's what they feel their job is. But let's not get on politics, okay? Let's just talk about fish. Fish.
Yes, fish. How different are the restrictions on fish and stuff in California? Is it vastly different in California, or is it just like it is in various states?
It's really U.S. Fish and Wildlife regulations. So it's not necessarily California regulations, especially when you import things. You California Fish and Game doesn't even get involved. And when you import fish, it all goes through U.S. Fish and Wildlife. So it's whatever they have the same restrictions no matter where you're at. In the southern tier states, you can't import piranha. No matter where you're at, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas.
It's warm and temperate.
And that's a U.S. Fish and Wildlife law. So, piranha and stingrays are a little bit different because all stingrays are now CITES listed. So you have to have a CITES permit to bring in stingrays.
Oh, wow.
And it's, it's only a couple $100 to get the permit, but most people won't go through that process.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless it's worth it to them, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And in California, we can't have stingrays anyway. The Center for Stingray Biology, who now moved his place to New Jersey, was in California, but that was actually started by an academic, a professor, and he had special permits to bring in all these stingrays to breed, and then he sold it to another person, the current owner right now, who then moved to New Jersey to combine with the guy from Florida, Predatory Fish.
Yep, predatory fins. Yep.
Yeah, predatory fins. Yeah, they're.
Did he move to New York, or does he have 2 locations now?
He moved.
He moved everything. Yeah.
imports a lot of wild caught fish.
Yeah.
A lot of rare species, lots of cichlids.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm so excited. Remember last week, Jess, I showed you or maybe it was earlier this week, I shared the video with you of the catapunks.
Yes, the babies.
Their fry.
Yes.
Well, I was checking on them yesterday or day before yesterday when I was at the shop, and I started to get a little worried because I saw a whole new batch of babies. So then I was looking around, and in that little pit that they dug, the first batch is all hanging out in that little pit, free swimming, and the new babies are huddled up around the little watering spike that I have them in. And so now they have two batches. So there's probably 100 or so fry in that tank right now.
That's awesome.
I want some.
Speaking of new fish,
they were my very first venture into the cichlid world. I found those at the store and I fell in love with them, even though they're such a plain looking fish.
I don't think they are. I think
they just looked really pretty to me, especially the way they changed colors and they striped up. And so I got 3 of them and I've had them ever since. So it's about 2.5, almost 3 years now that I've been keeping those catapunks, and the ones that are breeding now were fry from my first batches way back before the fire. So
that's awesome.
They're kind of special to me because I've been able to keep that colony going ever since.
Yeah. Speaking of new fish, later tonight I'm going to be going to pick up a pretty decent group of strawberry leporinas. Super excited about it.
Oh, that's right. You were telling we pulled those up and looked at those.
Oh yeah, I love leporinas. I have one leporinas Granti right now, and that's it. And that fish particularly is like $160 per 3 inches, so it's a pretty expensive fish. So I'm trying to find other species of leporinas that I can kind of fulfill my wants with until then.
Whip's World was talking about what y'all were talking about, the predatory fins moving from Florida because of the laws. Was it they changed the laws all of a sudden, and then
they're just really restrictive laws in many states.
I think also for them, the amount of exposure they were getting, it made it more difficult to do what they wanted to do with all those restrictions. So they go to a place where there's less restrictions and they can still provide more content without altering the course of their channel.
What I understand, it was pretty much a strictly business-oriented move.
Yeah.
And that was a very drastic move too. I mean, it wasn't like you're moving from Florida to Louisiana or, just a few states over. I mean, you went from the bottom of the U.S. to the top.
It takes longer to ship to California than it does to the East Coast. So that's why he chose the East Coast particularly.
And just, all those tanks that he had, those huge, all the setup. Man, it must have been a nightmare moving that stuff.
What I understand, he only took the giant tanks that he had, the 1,000-gallon tanks and stuff. I know he took all that, but I think he sold everything else.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he moved the entire.
He sold that pool to that kid. Well, I say he's a kid. He's a grown man now, but
to Caparo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're also Texas Fish. Good morning, Ian Aikens, Nature's Aquarium. Good morning.
Oh, it's that long-haired skinny kid.
That long-haired skinny kid. So, Doc, y'all are going to move to Oregon instead of
once I retire, because my wife is retiring again October 1st. So, we talk about it. Her family, most of her family lives up in Oregon. I would like to have a place with a stream or a river in my backyard.
Yeah.
Up there, I mean, you got all the collecting options in the world compared to what I got over here. I'd love to have a stream like that.
Yeah, I'm a water person.
Can't you go into
near water?
The mountains, like the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Kentucky, Tennessee,
West Virginia. I mean, that's a beautiful area. I mean, you know, if it wasn't for family, I would like to move near there because it's just such a beautiful place.
Right.
You know,
that, like being centrally located like that, I mean, makes traveling easier, makes shipping easier all the way around.
Yeah.
Growing up in California, growing up in the desert, I want to be someplace where it's green.
Green.
Yeah. It has that fresh, you can smell the greenness in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. When you mow the lawn, you smell the grass.
Well,
that's what I always said. I would never live where there's not trees.
I don't want to go that far. I ain't cutting the grass.
I don't want to mow grass anymore.
I like the smell of cut grass, as long as it's not jacking with my allergies. Let's see.
I can't even see the chat. I'm on an iPad, so. iPads are strange.
Kenny said that he already has y'all's tickets.
No, he has our
hotel booked for Friday and
hotel.
Saturday.
Yeah, I got notified of the hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good day, Kenny. He's taking off to work.
Bye, Kenny. Thanks for hopping in this morning. It was good to see you. Washington State is the best place. I could never live anywhere else, Lady Worship.
I loved it up there when I was in the military. It was it's beautiful country. And back then in the 80s, it was people were nice. They seemed, to me, it was one of those things that I was like, people are waving when we're walking by each other at the mall. I'm not used to that except for on the country roads when you drive by somebody and you wave.
Right.
You know? So that was really cool. And then I got exposed to all the coffee. Everything is coffee up there in Seattle.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the coffee shops are big up there.
Home of Starbucks and, you know, Seattle's best coffee. Yeah, it's a big coffee.
But it's so pretty having the mountains, having the ocean, the forest area, and then you can go like even on the other in Washington, you can go to the other side of the mountains and you're in Yakima Valley, which is like a desert, and it's so weird to have that just change of landscape from a desert to mountains with lush forest to the Puget Sound, which is like a hot bowl of ick.
What? A hot bowl of ick?
Yeah, that's why it rains so much in Seattle, because of the Puget Sound. It's, you know, it's like the Gulf of Mexico, but it's just a little bowl, and it's got the mountains around it, so all of the humidity stays in there, and so it rains all the time in that little bowl. But you get to the other side by the ocean, it's nice. You get to the other side in Yakima Valley, it's nice. But anywhere in the between, in that middle part,
it's like a rainforest.
Yeah.
People live there?
Well, it is. It's a temperate rainforest there.
It rains. I think they said back then it was like 83% of the year it's raining.
Wow.
Why would you want to live there then?
It's beautiful. You don't understand, Jess. It is so pretty. When it does clear up and you get to see the mountains, and it's just like, wow. And the temperature.
Ask Shanna to send you a bunch of pictures.
Huh.
I used to wake up every morning and open my curtains to see Mount Rainier. And it was such a pretty sight.
I've never seen that. The only thing I've seen is when we drove to Branson, and I seen what little, mountains were on each side of the road. That was it. That's all I've seen.
Those are called hills.
Those are hills. Dang. Yeah. We call ours hills.
My favorite area in the United States is the Smoky Mountains.
Smoky Mountains.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I would love to move. See, my problem is I don't want to be any colder than what I already am in Louisiana. But I want to go where there is Louisiana. There's beautiful grass, there's beautiful trees, there's a stream running through your property. we have a friend. In fact, it was my counselor, my therapist, and she left just all of a sudden, found some property in North Carolina, and up and moved. And it was like one of those picturesque properties where you've got the home kind of sitting on the hill, but you've got all of the trees. And to get to the house, you've got to cross a bridge that's a beautiful running river with rocks. And I mean, it was gorgeous. And they just really weren't looking for it, but kind of just seen it, and things just moved forward. And then within a month, they were gone and had grown up here, never moved anywhere else or anything. But that place called.
You want to go to somewhere that doesn't have fire ants. We know it.
Yeah, that would work too. I hate the damn things.
If I can find somewhere that's straight fall weather year round, I'll be the happiest son of a bitch alive. I like that 65 to 75 range all the time.
Yep.
I want 75 to 80.
Yeah. But Jerry, it gets cold in Louisiana because of that humidity in the wintertime. I mean, it's a different type of cold there. I went to school.
Wow, I forgot.
Yeah, I went to school there, and it's northern Louisiana can get cold.
Oh, trust me, I know. Up here in DFW, it gets cold too. We're right on along the same plane.
Yeah.
So,
but
I get used to it. It's just it's a little bit different because it's a little more humid in Jess's area than it is here. We get a little bit drier heat in DFW, and it's more humid in Louisiana, and Houston is the worst. I hate Houston because it'd be 86 degrees outside, but you can't breathe because the air is so thick.
Well, see, it's just like I don't feel any different because from Shreveport Bossier to Houston, it's the same.
I imagine.
It's so 85 degrees, is you can't breathe. So you walk outside and you're wet. It don't matter whether you have sweat or anything. It is you're just wet. Don't even
Welcome to Peru.
Up here where I'm at, one day could be.
I just immediately sweat.
Yeah.
Here, one day it could be 95 degrees with 5% humidity, and the next day it'll be 110 degrees with 80% humidity. And then the day after that, it'll be 62 degrees. And then the day after that, it'll be thunderstorms and lightning. It's weird how it happens up here.
And you're in?
Northern Ohio.
Ohio.
Yep.
Ohio.
Then, over the years, you can definitely tell everything getting hotter over the summers and the winters. It's just getting warmer and warmer and warmer and warmer. Look at the temperature charts over the last few years, and it'll blow your friggin' mind for up north here.
It was 93 in Seattle yesterday, and today it's 73. Son of a gun, that's a change.
Yeah, they flip-flop just as drastically as we do.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that we don't have any forecasts for 100-degree temperatures in the next week or so.
Mm-hmm.
So going from, however many 47 straight days of over 100 or whatever it was, and all this record heat that we just went through. And then we got this flood that came in and pretty much destroyed everything. We're not prepared for it at all to get 11 inches of rain in 24 hours. That was just stupid. And but now it seems like we're falling into an early fall pattern.
Yeah, it does. But at least there weren't mudslides and stuff like that. I mean, most of the flooding comes from flooding in roads from.
Yeah, the highways were flooded in downtown Dallas. The actual highway was flooded to where cars were underwater. That's how much water was running off of the streets and stuff.
Now,
a lot of homes did get messed up, and some of the areas. People
all the way
lost
from
their houses
Texas
and
all the way up
everything.
to St. Louis got smashed that 2 weeks that all that storm came. St. Louis got hit real hard.
And northwest Louisiana too, where we are. Not where I'm at now, but where I live.
It's weird. It almost seems like down south, they almost build their roads recessed into the ground a little bit. And up here, they're always above. Like everywhere you go up here, there's always deep ditches, and the roads seem to be sitting up instead of kind of down and in the ground like it is down there. It's weird.
We're supposed to do that and have the road with the, certain amount of berm on it. So that way all the water runs off and blah, blah, blah. But I think especially like around here, they design the roads, they do their thing, and then 15 years later, they do this development all around there, and they take out all the trees and they make it flat and they put up these buildings, and it changes the entire runoff system of the way the water flows. And then they didn't think about it 15 years ago when they built the road, and now they're going, oh, well, now that we built all this stuff, that road gets flooded every time it rains.
That's right. It's man that has changed, and that's the reason why it's flooding, because the natural lay of the land is no longer there.
I mean, we have that problem here on the property that just since 25 years ago, when we started putting houses on here and everything, that you can tell that the back area of the property has changed. Like the trees have died in some places, or they've sprouted, because all of the water runoff from the roads that we've put and everything has changed the way the water runs out. And so some of the trees are not getting fed water anymore, and some of them aren't, or they're getting fed too much water. So it's actually changing the types of trees and bush that we have out there, brush that we have growing because of the water.
Fishy Mon, y'all are fixing to be meteorologists now.
Fixing.
Fixing.
There's that word again.
We're fixing to be. Due to the barometric pressure and
you could expect fish spawning at this time between this time.
Hey, I will have to admit, now that I'm 53, it seems like, especially this past week, that my body does tell me when the weather is coming. My back was hurting Monday when we were having the torrential rains, and then my knee the other day after the rains went away and the pressure was changing. I was like, I should be a meteorologist. I'll be right half the times too.
You young people, all you young
you know what that means, Jerry. You're right.
Shut up.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say, wait, how do you know that? Sure, you're just getting old. Things are going to start hurting like that regardless of it being a weather change. Whole shopping centers are still closed for remodeling from the flooding, Gina said. Be Whizzle, good morning. NJ Fishing Manic, good morning. Fishing Mine, good to see you. Good morning.
Did you do coffee cup sponsors yet?
No, I have not. We've been talking. We've been running our mouths.
It's a good conversation this morning.
That's right. Good conversation. I got to find it though. There we go. Here is our coffee cup sponsors, you guys.
Wait until you're in your late 60s.
I'm almost there, so.
Choose fangs and find something to wear.
You telling me you were naked when you made this, Dee Dee?
And she doesn't spit either.
Oh my goodness.
Morning show, morning show, morning show.
No, some people don't, when they brush their teeth, don't spit out the toothpaste.
right.
This part of the stream makes me want to pee, Ricky De Hoyo says. Pebbles is working and listening. Hello, everyone. Bravo on that bass in your voice, Brennan. Feels like a stadium. Well, thank you.
Unmute. There we go. Me and Hippie Mom. Where's Hippie John been?
He was hanging out with us last night.
Was he?
I'm
You
assuming
really
he's
talk
working
like that
today.
when you're talking.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's been pretty busy lately. He had the day off yesterday because he got rained out, so he was hanging around yesterday.
Ricky De Hoyas. Where have you been too?
He's been here the whole stream.
I know. Well, I mean, I didn't know, but I'm glad he's here. It's been a while since I've gotten to see him. I was thinking about him the other day. Matt, good morning, Matt. I am not saying what you wrote. Peplin, good morning, Peplin. Working and listening. Let's see. Benoski Fish Kodo. Nano Aquarium Guy. Most of our people that come in on the second half of the shows come in just a little early, or maybe I'm a little late. I don't think so. I think it's about the same. 49
Steven, you
minutes.
lucky dog. I wish I had a female to bring me breakfast, dang it.
Ooh. How
You haven't
sweet,
trained your
though.
daughter right yet.
Yeah, she's only 3. She can only do so much.
Well, make you coffee.
She'll bring you like one Fruit Loop.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
At a time.
Or she'll walk up to me while I'm sleeping and smack me in the face with it. One of the two. Should have seen the morning she smacked me in the face with one of those metal tumblers. That tumbler got smashed up against the wall real quick.
I bet it did.
About busted my teeth out.
Oh. I want some juice, Dad.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh, man.
She got water. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I got Dr. Anthony. Do you know anything about tadpoles?
Yeah, they're baby frogs.
Other than that? So,
Yeah.
I got my milk frog tadpoles, and
Uh-huh.
I'm not home right now. And before I left, I had one of them bloat.
Ew. Bad water.
Float, but I've been changing the water. So
Is it being filtered?
it's I've been putting it's RO, but it's halved. It's got
Okay.
about half of my water, which the TDS is run about 500. And then I cut it with RO and got the TDSs down to about 250. But
Okay.
I was worried that maybe that's what was doing it, was because I took too many minerals out. But I wasn't sure.
It usually, how many tadpoles do you have in the container?
Well, I've got 4 of them, and only one of them
Oh.
has done this.
Oh, okay. I was thinking,
So,
don't know.
no,
Could be, could
That
be
one's a
bacterial,
salvation.
but who knows?
yeah, okay.
It could be even be he ate a little much and he's still digesting
Yeah.
it all. Also,
Yeah.
the frogs are known to overeat quite a bit.
And Joe gave them or changed it. Yeah, he's been changing 75% of the water every day for me, and then but see, just like any day now, them suckers should be coming out of the water. Like, I actually had thought they were going to come out of the water before I left. So I originally had thought that maybe his arms got caught and they just weren't popping out, and so it got bloated for whatever reason for that. But I'm not going to worry too much because it's only one of them. If it's more of them, I'm going to panic. But
Like when it comes to like a lot of frogs, they don't have an issue regurgitating. So per se, they do get bloated and stuff. They can push it all back out if they really wanted to or had to. Either that, or it's just going to sit there and digest slowly.
Well, he
Um,
didn't die. In fact, Joe said yesterday he was still bloated, but he was flipped over the right way. So maybe he's spitting it out.
I would do the betta trick. You know, when bettas get bloat and things, you feed them smashed green peas.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually
So-
have
Slick
that.
out their inside,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that, you know, I would separate it
Okay.
for sure in case there is a bacterial problem,
Hmm.
and just smash a green pea and put it in there and see if that'll help things along the way.
Okay.
Is that because the pea is somewhat of a diuretic for the fish, or
Mhm.
does it help them cleanse?
It helps them, it helps them move things through the system.
Like a laxative
the-
kind of?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's their brand.
Yep. Slicks
Got it.
everything up in there.
Yeah.
Good to know. That's good information.
We use that for a lot of fish too.
Yeah. I used to use when I bred bettas. That, you know, that's a common remedy for bettas. That,
Hmm.
you know, some
Yeah.
bettas, depends on what you feed them. You know, they can bloat very easily. So
And that's why I like feeding
Dojos and stuff too.
live stuff so much, because I just feel like if you feed them live, they don't tend to have all of those issues. When you feed pellets and you feed flakes and you feed, like I bought this stuff that's for tadpoles, but it's like a crumble. And when I started feeding that is when I started having issues with this bloat thing. And before that, they were eating baby brine shrimp, you know, and then I would throw a little piece of what do you feed plecos? The
Algae
little-
wafers.
Yes, algae wafer in there. And then I would also put a little bit of Bacter AE in it, and everything was going good. And then I bought that stuff that says it's for frogs and for tadpoles, and it's a little crumble. And then I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but it just kind of sounds like, because had the
Stop
same
using it and see if it goes away.
with my fish, that when I'm feeding live stuff, I have no problems. But once I have to feed flake or crumble or whatever, I start having issues.
Mm. See, I have issues with that happening to fish when I overfeed, whether it be live foods, processed foods, anything. But that's just my experience with it. So I'm very, very particular about how much I feed a lot of my fish live foods and everything, not just dried foods or anything.
Yeah.
I have noticed that happen with lives too.
Yeah.
I think that a lot too is that the difference between live food and dry foods is that the live food usually gets eaten up and it stays alive for a little while if it doesn't, and then gets eaten later on.
Mhm.
Whereas the dry foods, if a little piece goes off in a corner and the fish can't find it or whatever, then it starts to decay and form bacteria, and then maybe they eat it when they find it. And I think some of that, because in the shrimp world, we're all worried about that. We take out uneaten food after an hour. So, and that's because we might get diseases and issues with our shrimp. So it's the same thing apply for fish.
I don't know, because I don't ever take any food out.
I mean, I'm sure there is a way for a fish to eat some rotten food or something and then it gets sick one way or another.
Right,
Just depends on
which
what
I'm
their
saying-
bacteria is and all that.
With dry foods, you have that probability more than you would with live foods of the food being left there uneaten and then start to rot.
Yeah, you're definitely not wrong.
Well, I hope that he is going to be all right. I don't want to lose any of them because I've already lost one.
If I was you, I'd stop feeding entirely to that one particularly,
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like
and stop feeding that food after that as well. Don't feed that food no more if that's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I can contribute it to, because I was having no problems with them whatsoever prior to that. So, but Joe said he was flipped back over today or last night. So if he's flipped back over, then it's had to have gone down. So because he was pretty bloated. I mean, I think before I left, I could have probably just stuck a pin in him and it would have just.
And then he'd fly away.
Yeah, I mean, it was that big. I mean, it was crazy.
You see a lot of that with like what are they called? Pac-Man frogs. People feed them a lot of weird shit.
Yes.
Not really supposed to, but like a lot of times you'll see when they feed like mice and stuff like that to these frogs that when the body inside the frog starts decomposing, it's releasing gases inside their stomach, and they'll bloat up real good, and they'll slowly release it out.
Mice? They feed the frogs mice.
Oh yeah.
It pisses me off real bad, but I've seen people feed mice, other frogs, a freaking alligator, snakes, all sorts of stuff. It's absurd and it's disgusting. Yeah, there's a lot of content creators out there that get off on making videos of Pac-Man frogs eating a freaking American alligator, for instance, and stuff.
Oh,
it's pretty sad.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's
But
pretty.
that's not natural, right?
No. They're not going to eat a freaking alligator in the wild or a mouse.
Wow. And it bloats them.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh, how could they even digest an alligator? Like
Very slowly.
Yeah, like wow.
And then the one that in the video that was getting eaten was alive when he was feeding it to this Pac-Man frog. So even when this freaking alligator was 3/4 down its mouth, it was still alive.
Ooh.
And it's just sitting there, and the person recording it is just watching it all happen, recording it all.
Now, it could have.
There's no context. There's no nothing. It's just a video of that happening. So it's really messed up.
Ooh. Wow. I just don't know what
Anyway,
to
it's time for mid-morning break soon.
I just don't really know what to say about that.
It's messed up.
Don't like it. Didn't even know it was a thing.
That's why I said something. Is a lot of people don't know it's a thing, and honestly, people need to know about it to know that it's a bad thing.
Right.
You know.
I mean, I was watching something the other day because I was trying to figure out what we could do with the bloat thing, if there was anything that could be done. And I seen those Pac-Man frogs, but this guy was doing the right thing. He didn't feed them anything bad. You know, it just happened, and one of them bloated. And he was doing all he can, but he was recording it. And he ended up, I think, using salt and something else. But it ended up working, and it ended up farting, I guess, to get the bloat away or regurgitate, whatever it did, to expose the gas. And but that I didn't see anything else. That was all I seen. And it really didn't help me out, but anyway.
Right.
You guys, it is time for mid-morning break. I need to get some more coffee. And we do this every day anyway. So let's just get there. We're going to do I Am a Snail, because I haven't heard that in a long time. So we will be right back.
Hiding in my shell, all I need is a guardian. Looking through the glass, my armor is scarred again. Facing all life's mysteries, I will survive and thrive. More than just a snail, I'll prevail. I'm not just for cleaning up your mess. I am a snail. I am a snail. I am a snail. I am Color morphs all around. You won't see me backing down. Mysteries are in my shell. Miss, I wish to be dispelled. I am more than just a pet. I'm the snail you can't forget.
We're in need of a guardian with the key to the water that's got the golden parameters full of calcium carbonate. But to get to the heart of it, this is only a small part. Our lyrics were designed to help you snail it from the start. Don't treat us like janitors, poor nutrition won't manage us. All those amateurs thinking that these conditions won't damage us. Bringing up the heat so we breathe like carousels. It's an endless wave, another clutch of jade. She'll be parasailing to her grave. Purple or magenta, black or brown, we breathe and true. But none of that matters if we're battered down and feeling blue. We die if we dry like chestnuts roasting on an open fire. So keep that lid on tight to save us from our own desire. Looking up at you as our guardian in that ivory tower, imparting your knowledge and giving it that unbridled power. You decide and guide if we'll survive and surely thrive. Or am I just another snail trying to stay alive?
I am a snail. I am a snail. I am a snail. I am a
Snailed it.
Hi, Fish Fam! Are you struggling to gain new subs or followers? Would professional graphics, captions, and ads help you to sell more products? Perhaps you need a marketing strategy that works for your business that is also cost-effective. You're not alone. Millions of businesses across the world struggle with this problem. Good marketing plans, poorly executed, cost businesses billions in lost revenue each year. What is the solution? The Social Media Lady, a digital marketing agency. This team of seasoned marketing professionals works with your small business to plan and deliver a solid blueprint to drive more traffic to your website, YouTube channel, and social media. You can check out our work right here at the Aquatic Morning Show, as we currently provide their social media marketing as well as a majority of their graphic design services. When you decide you're ready to level up, schedule your free consultation at thesocialmedialady.com/fishnews.
Right. What do Pac-Mans need for a long life diet? Lots of insects.
Back in a minute.
They do need insects. But if you feed them and gut load your crickets and your roaches and your super worms and stuff well enough, you don't need to supplement with other things like mice and stuff for protein. Most people just don't feel like taking the time to gut load their feeders and stuff to be able to provide them with enough protein and calcium to get them through. But pretty much just crickets and roaches, just a varied selection of insects is good for them.
I have no idea on how to care for any type of frog. I tried when I was a kid, but back then, 40 some years ago, my method was go find this cute frog, catch them, the little baby ones especially, and then put it in a jar with dirt and mud and pieces of grass.
Yeah.
That's how my mom used to get so angry with me because I'd go out into the creeks around our house, and I'd go find little fish or tadpoles or worms or frogs or any of that stuff, and I'd put them in jars. I'd have them in my room, and my mom would get all upset because I have all these dead animals in jars.
It's funny.
Dead.
I was always doing that stuff too. Except for I had a lot of books and stuff at my disposal when I was younger, so I'd always try to like find the animal that I have and read up on it and try to care for it as best as I could.
Before my mom
Didn't always
passed,
work out like that.
and she was living at my house because I was taking care of her. It was funny because that's when I started having, multi-tank syndrome, and I had aquariums everywhere in the house. And she'd be like, "Ay, mijo, why do you have all of these aquariums and stuff?" And I was like, "Mom, don't you remember? It started when I was a kid with the jars." And she was like, "Yes, all those dead animals."
I locked myself out of my room. I had to go find the master keys. I left the keys.
Sounds like something I would do for sure.
I left the keys on the desk instead of in the lock.
Nice.
Last week I have my car keys and my shop keys and everything on two separate little key rings on one lanyard, right? While I unhooked my shop keys and everything and set them on the desk because I had to take them off my keychain to do something, I drove about 25 minutes all the way to work. Just to be just to have to turn around and drive all the way back just to get my damn keys. I was mad.
Yeah. These apartments have, it's not even a key. It's just a little black. Let me see. Where is it at? Here it is. It's like a little black. I don't know. What do you even call that?
I mean, I'd still call it a key.
I mean, it just goes in a hole. That's the key.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, it's got a little RFID chip in it, like a credit card would almost. And when you stick it in that slot, it reads it.
And just to get in the elevator, to get in the door, to get to the elevator, to get to the apartment. I mean, everything is locked, but if this thing right here, it does it. My aunt, her car, if you just get her keys close to her car, you can go push a button on the car and it opens.
Yep.
Most cars are like that now, and most new cars are like that now.
What?
Yeah.
I had to rent a car. I gave a talk in Seattle once, and I rented a car midnight. So I'm at the airport getting my rental car, and there's no one to help me there, just the guy with the keys. I get in the car. I don't know what's going on. There's no ignition, no key ignition. There's a fob to unlock. So I had to call my grandson and say, "Hey, how do you start these new cars?" I had no idea. So, there's a push button there, and that's it's a push button. I've never seen that before.
Right.
I'm an old.
And then when you get into a different push start car, you're like, "What the hell? Where's the button for this one?"
Yeah.
Or you have to adjust to the fact that you reach for the handle thinking that you're going to put your key in and unlock it, but there's no key slot on the door anymore, and it automatically unlocks when you touch it, and you're like, and then you get in the car, and there's no place to put the key, so you push the start button, then you're like, "Where's my shifter? What's this knob?"
Yep.
And you turn the little knob to drive. And then it's like, this feels so weird. I'm not shifting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not turning.
What gets me is in these newer cars is when you stop at a damn stoplight and the car shuts off entirely.
Oh, I hate those.
Drives me nuts.
What?
Yeah. It's supposedly to save on gas. Every time you pull up or you hit the brake and your car comes to a complete stop, it shuts the car off automatically.
Yep.
And then when you hit the gas again, it turns it back on.
Kind of like a go-kart.
Kind of, yeah.
My truck does that.
Or golf cart.
But it has a button where I can push that. I can stop that.
Disables it. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Then, like in my truck,
men are good at pretending they don't know how.
and then like in my truck, another thing that bothers me a lot. This is a 2007 GMC Envoy Denali. It's got a big old V8 in it. But when you're driving down the highway, it starts shutting down cylinders. to make it more efficient. But the problem with that is, especially with the engine that I have in there, is it creates all sorts of other problems. You got oil that starts leaking across the whole engine, getting into your spark plugs and fouling out your spark plugs and all sorts of other stuff. And you can't disable it unless you have a computer chip that plugs into the computer of the engine to disable it. You can't just disable it or anything. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Fish Ranch Aquatics, good to see you. Debbie Holding, good morning. Good to see you. Let's see. Anybody else sneak in here? Victoria, there you are. Good morning. I said good morning to Whip, I think. Good morning, Whip, if I didn't.
Hey, I have a question.
Go for it.
Do we have any fun giveaway stuff today, or?
I don't have like a giveaway for today.
Wow.
Why not?
Slacking, Jess.
I know, right? Well, we
no
don't
horse
have
race?
an end of week race, no. And I'm out of town, so I don't have anything that I can turn around and look at that I have to know that I give away, except for all those guppy posters. But I'd like to show them when I give away. That I started the whole thing with last time we did giveaways and never gave them away.
But
that's not a bad giveaway. We should give away a virtual date with Jerry.
With only females, no males. I ain't going on a date with none of you guys. Sorry.
Oh, come on, Jerry. Come on, man.
Good, Jerry. You got to be an equal opportunity guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, if it's a guy, it's just a hangout sesh. There.
You can open up more options for you, you know. Twice as many possibilities.
Any more options.
I don't need any more options.
I'm old fashioned.
Ian, then you're breaking Ian's heart.
Okay, if it's a dude, we'll go to a fish store and buy some shrimp.
That's a good mandate.
So I was looking up the place that I got my frogs from, Houston Frogs, that was at Aquashella, right? Well,
I've been checking them out.
I don't know if they have a brick and mortar, because I was trying to find an address for them and I can't find like a brick and mortar address for them. So I got to try and get a hold of them today and see if they like actually have I know he said he had a lab.
Oh, a lab. Oh, he's scientific.
Yeah, he is very scientific. Scientist.
I will say, on the rate that and the amount of products he has, he does import.
Yeah.
And he probably gets stuff at wholesale price. With that being said, you have to have some sort of brick and mortar something to access most of that.
Okay.
But if you have something like a laboratory or something like that, it doesn't have to be a business to have access to that. You can have access to that there's certain requirements that allow that you have to be able to access a lot of that stuff. So I'm assuming, if he says he's got a lab, I'm sure he's got a lab, just might not be open to the public. Sort of like I am.
Yeah. I mean, he said he had a lab, but like I said, I can't find an address, but he's got some stuff that I want, that I'd like to go. I was looking for some more cork wood.
Well, you know what? Google that. I mean, there's a lot of cork wood out there that you can buy.
Yeah, but I wanted to kind of get it while I was down here.
Who's that on?
You're supposed to do all that prep work before you go live.
It's Victoria.
What's her channel name?
Victoria Lee Creates.
Oh, I've never seen her.
Really?
You still haven't. Look.
I know.
She's still not back.
Never visited her stream. Does she have a stream?
What happened?
We're trying to Dr. Anthony meet Victoria Lee. Victoria Lee meet
Hi,
Dr.
Victoria Lee. Howdy from Peru.
Yep.
Howdy from Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to open my windows. I was on a bike ride.
Oh.
About better health. If you ever feel anxious,
Rico.
Well, not really a bike ride, but.
Good morning, Rico.
Good morning, Rico.
Good to see you.
3G. Eduardo.
Hey, Victoria, have you done a live stream? Where'd you go? A live stream yet of your own?
No, I haven't because I haven't bought that piece that you plug into the computer, and I'm gonna do it today. After you saying that, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna get it.
Yes.
But
just
Jess, can you expand her screen so I can look at her tanks behind her?
Sure.
Oh God.
She's an aquascaper.
Now we gotta hide.
So that it was just a trick so I can see your face better. That's
I could show you. I'm gonna grab the camera, and I will show you. So I've got some new plants in here, which don't belong there, but that's what that looks like.
Oh, okay, okay. I see what you got going on there.
Yeah, so that's for something upstairs, which I'm actually gonna go ahead and show you guys.
Oh, cool.
A little hardscape, aquascape.
Yeah.
I've got a little random piece of wood.
Cool.
Pea puffer. Got this. The newest one that I did.
Are those little
green neons?
Green neons. Okay.
Yeah. So
how do you
green
keep the tank
neons.
so clean? How do you keep it?
A lot of
There's
maintenance,
no
honestly.
algae.
I'm not even gonna lie. 3 times a week, very minimal. So I do like about a 10 to 20%. But those are chili rasboras.
Yeah.
Got a honeygarami. This one's still sleeping, but a platinum betta, and then a bunch of rasboras.
Okay.
And then over here we've got the Galaxy Pearl Danios, ghost knife fish. Can't really see it; they're still sleeping.
Oh, that's that low boy.
Yeah,
right?
That's the creek. Let me see if I can get some light going.
That is such a pretty tank.
All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, that works.
I love that footprint of that tank.
It's insane. It really is. It's so nice to plant in.
Yeah.
All right, so excuse the mess.
Who cares?
Right here, we've got the cherry barbs, which are doing amazing. I mean, look at the coloration.
What else is in there?
Just cherry barbs. That's it.
Okay.
So cherry barbs, rasboras, betta, GPDs only, and then one ghost knife, which is around there somewhere hanging out. Yeah. And then let's walk somewhere else.
Nice.
We've got the bull.
Is that an apartment or a house?
It's a townhouse.
Townhouse. Okay.
It's a townhouse. Then we've got the they're hungry. More greens. I love greens.
Pretty.
Oh, they're insane. So this is 10 gallons.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
All right, we continue. Then we've got the angels from Aquashella here, right under the TV.
Heck yeah.
So these puppies and me went on an adventure.
Yep. They're doing good. They look like they're doing good.
Oh, they're doing so good. They eat 3 times a day, even though I shouldn't. They're the only ones that eat 3 times a day.
Don't you love how they follow you?
Oh, God, it's insane. It's insanity. So it's right here, right? And the kitchen's there and the dining room's there. So anytime somebody walks, it's the most entertaining thing ever.
Right.
This is an escape. These are just, holding tank. Got some guys in here.
Okay.
All right, let's go upstairs.
Nice peace plant.
This is really cool. I just did this. This is a peace lily, and I paired it up with a sweet potato, I think.
Yep, sweet potato vine.
But do a little. There's that guy.
Heck yeah.
And there's that dweeb. All right, so this is the 60-gallon.
What do you have holding that light up?
I know, I was about to address. So those are actually from Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's for candles. I'm not sleeping in here because, the bed broke. Yeah, I had to, and I don't use it, so, and if I do, I just bring it down. But
I think it's creative.
So we've got the crebences, we've got the rainbows, and then we've got 2 purple spotted gudgeons right there.
Oh, cool.
Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
You see how that purple spotted gudgeon has a black tail?
Uh-huh.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Now, let me tell you the other one.
It's, some fish get that. It's the melanophores just get turned on. You can think of it as a,
see, that one doesn't have it.
Yeah. It's a lot, you see it in a lot of fish.
Huh.
Where's the other one at? So I've noticed something about the crebences and, wow. Okay. I lost the rainbow. That's so sad. They've been with me for a long time. So that's the first rainbow I lose.
Do you have male and female crebenza in there?
I do. So that's the male.
Bless
And
your
then
heart.
the female, she's right there.
Is she on
Jeez.
eggs? No, it shouldn't be on eggs.
I have no idea.
When
Oh,
you
yeah,
have,
she's
you're
right
going to
there.
end up having babies and a bunch of babies, and you're not going to know what to do with all them babies.
Do they really breed like that?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I
But
got
yeah,
rid
this
of
is,
mine, except for one.
the gudgeons are very emotional, like this one right here. So this one changes colors when it sees me, when it doesn't see me, what's going to eat. I mean, he goes, he changes, he looks about 5 different ways.
Yeah.
And then the gudgeons are the same way. Very emotional fish. Every time they see me, they color up. When I'm not around, they're very dark.
Huh.
So they like people. That one right there.
Yeah. I didn't have
They're
any good luck
amazing.
with gudgeons.
Yeah, I love them. So I got to get that guy out. But, and then I've got this over here. This is a mistake. These are baby.
Hang on. Alishon wants to know, Doc, are you familiar with arowana tetras?
Arowana tetras?
Yeah.
I've never heard of an arowana tetra.
Me neither.
No,
They're pretty cool. You should look them up.
I will.
So those are the baby yellow rocks.
Yellow rocks?
Yeah, baby yellow rock rebenses.
Oh.
But I don't want them. I'm so over them. I am. I've got a mess everywhere, guys. And then this, which I have to escape. This has a bunch of little baby shrimps. You see it right there?
Oh, yeah.
I love
I
shrimp.
mean, yeah, this has got like probably about 100. I mean, you could see them everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is nothing beautiful. Let's cover the room. It's a mess. But yeah, I love how you can see the bowl from right here.
Right. Cool.
Look, aquatic life.
Yeah. You have another.
Yeah, I'm actually
No way.
here since we're at it. Let me just show you what's in the box.
More plants.
Yeah, girl. I do not play around. That's all I do. Literally, that's all I do. And the fish gallery, aka the dining room. Yeah. These guys got to go. If anybody wants good rock rebenses, I will literally. You know what, Jess? You could do a giveaway with these.
Ship them to me. I'll take them. I'll take them.
I was just about to say, do a giveaway with the yellow rocks, and we'll yeah. There you go. You have a giveaway.
All right. Let's
Send
see.
me a pair.
They're beautiful. Let me turn them on.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind some either.
Do you know how many pairs you have?
Okay, so there's one male. There's 11 total. There's one male, and then 10 females.
Jesus.
Oh.
And they have spawned twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have babies in there?
No, the babies are upstairs. I can show you right now if you want.
Oh, okay. You have, okay, let's see.
Yeah, this is them.
What's the plant?
For what?
The green pearly looking plant thing.
Oh God, this is nothing. I'm okay. So I literally need to take this apart, get them out of there because I want to plant it and I can't. I started throwing in the giant hair grasses and the twirly ones.
Okay.
And it did good. But to be honest with you, for what I want to do, I mean, look at that. There's just there's no finesse. It doesn't give me any pleasure when I look at it. So I need to get them out of here and I need to get a fish in there that I think I'm going to do the angels in there actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I'm very limited and I'm a planet tank enthusiast, you know?
Right.
There's nothing wrong with them.
Right. They're pretty. I think
they're gorgeous. And
but
they're fun.
I will not do any more crebenzas.
Look how friendly they are too. I mean, they're just.
They're hungry, that's why.
Look. See, they're like literally, they don't care. They're like the ballsiest things in the world.
Yeah.
Literally pecking at me.
Okay, so there's 11 of them?
11 of them, one male. Let me show you the male. So his name is actually Bruce Lee because he's got the black trailers on the bottom right there. You know what? Let me feed them. You need to see what they look like when they're colored up. I'm going to actually feed them right now. Let's feed these bad boys.
Brooklyn, hey, good morning. On the way to the vet again with Thor. Oh, I'm sorry.
What's wrong with their pup?
He's been sick.
Oh,
Your dog's got COPD.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna check. You saw them before the feeding. Now watch after I feed. Oh my God, I love it. They start getting a little bit of orange, a little bit of red. And I really, really hate to see them go, but I mean, if somebody can give them an awesome life, I'm sick. All right, see, I already see the red. Let me see the male right there with the black trailers.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts getting red in the fins. You see it?
Yeah, I see it at the end on his tail. I can see it on his tail.
Okay, they're getting crazy because they just ate.
Wow. All right, let's see. You want to give away the whole lot at one time?
All of them. Go for it.
So it's 10 females and 1 male.
10 females, 1 male. Let's go.
All right, so I'll do the let's see, we'll do the StreamYard.
Oh, this is so iconic. I was just gonna give them away to like one of my gardeners, but like I wouldn't take care of them properly. I just know it.
Oh.
He's really excited about it, but like he's never even had fish, so it's like, ugh.
I gotta find the thing.
Can't find your thing, Jess?
No, yeah, no, I can't find my thing. The StreamYard giveaway tool.
I hate when that happens to me.
Man.
I hate when the thing gets lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Usually have it with me all the time, but sometimes just don't know
Hey,
where the
we
thing
had a
is.
full screen. I'm like the main focus. I'm over here.
I hate when women say, "Oh, I look bad," and they look great. "Oh, I look bad."
Hey,
Don't look at
I
me.
was running errands on my bike. I am like glistening, and not the good kind of glistening.
Wait, how do you go do errands on a bike? Where do you must live like in a place that everything's right around you?
I do. I live in Bloomingdale. It's kind of like Naperville where it's got everything here. I mean, everything. So I went, when I messaged you, I literally had just left and I hit up Petco, PetSmart, Chase, Myers, and the World Food Market, whatever. I don't remember the name. But I did all of that. And my bike does have like a little basket. I'm ridiculous. But I get my cardio in. I get, you know, some sunshine, vitamin D.
There you go.
So that's honestly why I do it. I love it.
Why can't I find this thing?
And I almost went to the garden center to go get some creeping fig. Nobody has creeping fig. Why? Like everybody's boycotted it.
Oh, wow. Why?
I have no idea. I've got the smallest smidge little piece that I got from SR, and it's taking forever to grow it. I just want a whole plant. Just put it in the tank.
I will tell you where to go. Look at the online frog stores, dart frog places, because
you're kidding.
We use creeping fig in terrariums all the time.
Wait, you're a terrarium guy?
I used to be. Yeah, I used to breed dart frogs.
Oh my god! You're going
set
to
up stuff
Acapella?
like that for a living as well.
But you know, you can't do everything. So since I spend all this time in Peru, I don't have time even for my fish at home right now.
Yeah, I'm starting to get to that point too right now.
For my business, I do a lot of habitat setup and stuff for reptiles and amphibians and stuff. It's pretty fun. I'm not by any means a professional, but I know how to give them what they need to make it look pretty.
Are you getting paid to do it?
Yeah, it's for my business.
You're a professional.
Yeah, you're a professional.
All right. The giveaway is for the 10 females, 1 male.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 1 male of the yellow cribenzas, right?
Yes.
And so it's going to be #cribs, and you guys can start it now. Now, do they need to pay for shipping, or are you doing shipping as well, Victoria?
I've never shipped any fish, so you guys walk me through, but I have no problem taking care of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll help you. It's not a problem.
Okay.
This is no fair.
Yeah.
I can't enter.
Why?
Why?
Because I'm on my iPad, and my iPad will not. I can't see chat for one, so I can't chat.
Well, let's see.
The God heard them too.
Who can enter for Doc? Let's see. I tell you what, Victoria.
I never win anyway.
I know it's
your
I'm like that too. But will you enter for Doc?
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then if you win, it's Doc's.
Okay, got it. Let's go.
Yeah.
NJ said he can play for Doc.
Oh, anybody.
Yeah,
as
I'll
well.
play for, the way my summer's been.
We're gonna fly somewhere. This is so iconic.
There you go, Cribs.
It triggers me when I think of a fish flying somewhere. I'm like, ah. Vacation fish.
Sorry, Doc. If I win, I'm keeping them.
Okay.
Those are cool. I don't
They
like
are.
cribs. I don't like most cribs. I'm bored with them. But those are cool.
Yeah,
They're
those are
always
pretty.
there, and then when they eat, they just stop in the middle of the screen and then freeze, and then they start finessing the whole tank. Like they will not leave you alone until you eat. They eat. Yeah, but I'll
Yeah,
give you
most
their
cichlids are
personality
like that.
profile.
Yeah, I have some purple cribs at home.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully I do. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, your wife would tell you if something happened, right?
Come on, you know.
Maybe.
She gets depressed when a fish dies.
Oh.
And when she was here, who knows what died when she was here with me.
Oh. Miss Susan. Hi. Good to see you.
What, Susan? Susan who?
SLC Aquatics.
Oh, okay.
Only Oscars. Good to see you. Jennifer Weaver.
I know so many weavers in Illinois. Like,
yeah,
I know a lot of weavers out here.
So I just wanted to reiterate, I haven't been ignoring people who said hi to me in chat. I just don't know they said hi.
Yeah. He can't see chat.
No chat.
Oh, I can't either. I wear glasses, and when I'm doing it like this, I don't have them on, so I don't even look at the chat really.
What is technically a crib? What are you talking about, Ian?
So he meant to say they are not a crib.
Technically,
they are not cribs. They are brooding, like Victorian cichlids. What?
Yeah, yellow rock crebences, African cichlid. They're live bearers, so they carry their kids in the mouth.
Really?
Yeah, they're very good parents too. So like the first spawn, I didn't know, and I went and I got the mom out when she had her kids in her mouth and put her in her own little quarantine tank. Then I noticed that she started like hanging out with the kids, and then I spoke to Jason from Primetime, and he actually told me like you don't even need to move them out of the tank. So they do their own thing. They're really good parents. They respect each other. So I haven't seen that. Every time they spawned, I pulled the female out. So I do recommend not even bothering leaving them.
Yeah.
I do have kids separate. The only reason why I won't put them together is because it's been so long, and I think at this point they're going to be like, "Oh, fry." So that's what's going on with that.
Wow.
Yeah, they're really cool though. They peck at you and stuff while you're escaping. Like they're completely fearless.
Well, regular cribenzas are good parents too.
Are they really?
Oh my gosh, yes.
So I can just leave the ecosystem alone, do its thing.
You will have so many cribenzas you don't know what to do with.
No, but they're beautiful and they're abnormally big. You never see them this
My
big.
camera was off.
Jimmy P, good morning.
Are the cribenzas like the cotypunks in the terms of they will control their population themselves? Like,
will they really?
Breeding, and then they'll peck away. If there's too many babies, they'll peck away at a few, so that way when they spawn again, they don't overpopulate the tank.
Wow.
Like the cotypunks do a real good job of maintaining the colony size.
I really love that.
I don't know, Doc. Do the cribenzas do that?
A lot of fish will do that just because, of overcrowding. They will just do that automatically. But remember, cribenzas are, one of the fish that their sex is going to be determined by their water chemistry.
Wait, you're kidding? I did not know this.
And their sexual, not orientation, whether they're monogamous or polygamous, will also be determined by water parameters.
Wow.
Pistos are the same way, aren't they?
Yeah, pistos. Yeah. Pistos are temperature sensitive sex determination, whereas cribs are more water chemistry.
Wow.
So is it possible that my female is a male now because they're not doing anything?
No, it occurs during the development of the egg. That's going to determine whether it's male.
Okay, got it.
I don't know of any, crib that's a sex changer.
That's what I thought you were saying. It's still amazing.
I heard that same thing go on with guppies from one of the breeders at one time that said certain temperatures will sometimes produce like an all-female batch of fry or more heavily male oriented, depending on different parameters of the water.
Yeah. It could happen. You know, a lot of strange things happen.
It's my
in
favorite
captivity.
fish.
Yep.
Holly,
That's
good
crazy
morning,
though.
Holly.
That's good stuff to know, because you know we don't think about that all the time, how just the little slightest changes in the parameters can affect not only the way that they spawn and how they act in the tank, but how the fry develop in that water.
Eduardo.
I don't want to toot my horn, but if you go to my YouTube channel, there's a video on how water chemistry affects everything in fish.
I will definitely check that out.
You toot your horn, dude. You're Dr. Anthony, man. Toot your horn.
There you go.
We all have a lot to learn.
One of the spawns actually, it looks very different than the other one, and I separated the babies. I had one in a planted tank, which are not supposed to be. Preventers eat everything. I put one in there because I didn't have enough room, and I put the second spawn in another tank. But it was the same week. Now, the spawn that was in the planted tank, they're completely striped, yellowed within 2 weeks. Meanwhile, the other ones that are not in a planted tank, it's just all Cereus stone. They're completely just almost washed out, almost clear. So that did happen. I did notice that, actually. Pretty cool.
Only Oscars. I've been asked not to feed live food. The only thing fam asked of me with my aquariums. Huh?
Well, if he has
her family asked her not to keep around live foods.
Yeah, you know, don't feed guppies and things and live animals. Some people are very queasy with that.
Obviously, yeah.
Well,
cannibalism.
Yeah, fish flakes is cool to watch them eat, but not watching them eat each other.
So what does it say about me when I sit here and I have a whole full spread of like sushi, which I do in my fish room, and I'm just vibing eating sushi.
They don't know.
Yeah, your fish know.
I do feel weird about eating shrimp these days. I'm not kidding. And I'm not saying it because of Papa Shrimp. There's something about the texture and everything, and it just really brings me there. Into the tank. Does that happen to you, Dust?
Yes, I do.
Just spit it out, Jess. Spit it out.
Yeah, I have done the same thing, but I do not eat, like, I wasn't a big shrimp eater to begin with, but I do look at fish and shrimp and stuff. But I don't eat eggs. I don't eat sushi or anything like that anyway. But it does make a difference. If you own it, then you kind of do look at it differently.
I got a funny story. When I was younger, you know the ramen cups with the little tiny shrimps in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I used to eat them a lot when I was younger, right? Well, my dad kept a lot of cherry shrimp. And I was sitting there one day and I was looking at that cup. I was like, wait a second, is this? And I asked him, is that what those are? And he told me yes for the longest time. For the longest time, he told me yes, that's what they were. And I was so disappointed.
I would be too. Those are some sad times.
It was funny though.
I'll never be able to eat shrimp ramen again. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
mean, I still eat it, but hey.
My students, every time I teach my fish biology classes, do you eat fish?
Yeah.
And I ask them, I throw the question around to them. I said, would you ask a botanist if they eat vegetables?
That's a good comeback for it. Yeah.
That is a very good comeback.
All right, you guys, we're fishing a draw. It hasn't moved in a while, so we're going to
fishing a draw.
25.
No, you're fixing, not fishing.
Yeah. Hang on, let me hit stop. That way it's right. Okay. Now, here we go. All right. Ooh, poetic song. I hope you got it in there.
Wait. Let's see. If it changes to 26, I think she did. But nope.
Didn't change.
It didn't change.
You snooze, you lose.
Wait, I didn't enter. Oh my God, for Doc. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Go ahead.
Dee, dee, dee. And the bell goes off. Ding.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
It hasn't changed.
Still hasn't changed. Oh, well.
All right, here we go.
Thanks a lot there.
There were a lot of people that entered for you, Doc.
Oh. Then I'm not.
There were a lot of people that did.
Am I
Taro.
I don't even know what I'm doing or how I'm doing this.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Doc. I failed for you.
Good deal.
That's okay.
Let's see.
That's
I really
Paul
did.
Sotero.
That's the way my summer's been going. So no
Paul
big thing.
soltero. Did I say that right? Soltero. Like
Sounds
single. That's single in
Single,
Spanish.
yeah.
Roll
Paul is
that.
single.
Roll that R.
Victoria, did you enter a number for the drawing instead of hashtag cribs?
I did. I really did. And I love that you for pointing that out. Exposed.
Man.
All right. Congratulations, Paul Sotero.
Well, if Paul Soltero wasn't soltero, he's going to be now after he comes home with these.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Yeah.
Where do you live, Paul? Oh, Doc, they're yours.
Oh man, really?
Wait, really?
Yep. Paul's playing for
Muchas
Doc.
gracias.
Heck yeah.
They
Oh,
are
Yeah, dude, you had
yours,
like
Doc.
15 people playing for you. I had
Oh,
two.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm tough.
If I would have won, I would have given them to you too.
Me
I
too.
know, right?
Some of you could have said you're going to give them to Misfit. I mean, that would have been okay with me too. I mean, you know, he'll get some of the first babies if I get
There
babies.
you go. That's how you do it.
Hey, that sounds like a deal.
But
Yeah, so
she's
you
got
guys-
babies too, so
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I don't know if I could put the babies with them, though, because...
no,
they're
you
very
don't want to
tiny.
do that. No.
yeah.
I mean,
Where
I'll-
does Doc
I
Anthony
don't mind
need
buying some
contact
from
to
you
get-
and having
Yeah,
you
but
ship
it's
some
like
to
you
me.
could- Yeah,
What?
so you could give
Do
some
you have
Some of those
email or
babies.
something, Victoria, that he
Oh, the
can
babies?
email you?
Yeah.
Yeah, message me. I mean, oh, my God. And I've got some other really cool fish coming. I've got a lot of fish coming, Jess. It's insane.
cool.
I'm just addicted. I think that I'm becoming obsessed with fish, and I'm not trying to be funny, very serious. I'm an aquascaper, started as an aquascaper, and all of a sudden it's like, why do I have so many scapes unfinished? And I've come to the conclusion that I become obsessed with a species and then that species. And now it's become kind of like secondary. It's like if I'm not working on something for a client, my tanks aren't finished.
Yeah,
None of them.
that's how it works.
That's how it goes for me too.
Yep.
But I will find that species that I'm like hell bent on finding. Like I'll find it and I'll get the other one and the other one, and then I won't finish the actual scapes. But I
Do you
have to like dial
Plants
it back.
that you're
I'm
getting rid
waiting
of too at all?
Huh?
Victoria, I'm waiting for you to start the paludariums and all them.
Oh, I'm already looking into that. Like
And
I was gonna say,
frogs.
you need to teach me everything because I know that that's
I
your
don't
thing
know.
right now.
I'm learning myself. I don't know. I'm learning as I go.
Yeah, I'm about to. I don't know. That might be my thing. What do they call when it's half in water, half out, or
That's
it's both?
paludarium, right?
Paludarium.
And that's
It
what I like.
really feels
I had
right.
I had a giant one for my caiman lizards for a long time.
Yeah.
And
Now, something like
we're
that.
building one here in the
That's
public
funny, Whit.
aquarium. One of the tanks would be a paludarium.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is it when it's it's just like planted?
A terrarium.
A
Hello, Kelly.
terrarium.
Good morning.
And if it's
No
just
water.
water, it's called an aquarium.
Yeah. Jess, is there a fishery today? Oh my gosh, there is. Thank
wow.
you. I forgot.
Kelly Foreman coming in hot.
Do you
So,
remember the
Vic-
time, Jess?
Do what?
Do you remember the time?
I have it wrote down. Let's see.
Victoria,
What?
if do you actually have a channel even though you don't post videos?
I think
Yeah.
it was either 10:58 or 11:58.
11:58.
11:58.
I have to take that call.
Um,
The plant guy's here.
You're
I have a plant delivery literally right here, right now.
okay.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna play fishery.
Yeah.
So Jess, if you could, I'll email you and then you can email Victoria
Okay.
my information. So
Okay. I will
You know.
do that.
Paul said, "Now, Doc, we need to have a discussion about some of your discus." Wink.
well,
Okay.
I don't have that many anymore. I only have like 40, so I'm not sure I can give up some of my wild caught discus. I may
Oh,
be
man.
bringing some. I may be bringing some back home as well. So we'll talk. Paul.
By the way, Doc, I did get a chance to see a recording of your talk in what was it, Columbus?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a pretty good talk.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go, you guys. Here is Fishery for Friday with Alex from The Secret History, Living in Your Aquarium. Make sure you've got him. He helps out the Aquatic Morning Show so much.
He's amazing.
Yep.
but I wanted to make sure to get this stuff up. Now,
I'm in this segment.
Thank you all so much for supporting the channel and what it is I do. See you tomorrow on Secret History, Living in Your Aquarium, featuring the Fishery Show on the Aquatic Morning Show too. Back to you, Jess. Bye. Hey everybody, what's going on? Episode 125 of Fishery. The Aquarium PC. At first glance, you see an aquarium, well, hopefully, filled with fish. Look again and you realize it's not just an aquarium, it's a PC. Well, it's an aquarium PC. And the Y2 fish tank chassis combines a beautiful 13-liter aquarium, that's pretty small, with an industrial-looking horizontal PC tower. So it's kind of like the base would be a stand for a fish tank. Well, now it's a PC tower, like a desktop tower. And the company out of China called Metal Fish is making this computer, and they want to actually use the water from the fish tank to cool the computer. I feel like there's all sorts of problems with that. Like you don't want to run the water through, it could get clogged through small pipes and stuff. But right now it's got fans set up, and they think that the heat of the computer can regulate the aquarium. They don't have a lot of specifics on this, and so I'm really interested to see if it's just a gimmick or if it's actually something that's viable, where they're going to use the ambient heat from a computer to actually heat an aquarium and to run the life support systems like filtration and things, all off the same electrical stuff as the computer. And then also they're talking about incorporating software so that you can keep up with things like, you know, how your heat is over time, or when you did your last water change, and set reminders and things like that. So should be interesting. If you want to see them, Google Metal Fish Y2 chassis, CHASSIS fish aquarium desktop. And yeah, I don't know what to think of that. Sounds like a thing that they did. All right, that's all I've got. This was a short one. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alexander Williamson here with Fishery on the Aquatic Morning Show, featuring Secret History, Living in Your Aquarium. That's me. That's my channel. Mine. Copyright 2022. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing well. And today I have a story about the little boy who, there's no moral to today's story, but there is some interesting stuff about today's story, which is they discovered a new group of cells in a group of fish. So in a group of fish in the deep water oceans, they found new cells that are in the eyes, but not just in the eyes. In fact, now they think they found these cells elsewhere too, like possibly on invertebrates and on other creatures. And what they are is they're visual aids. So they are photoreceptor cells, but instead of being rods and cones like every sort of eyesight we know of invertebrates, this is different. It uses a cell receptor chemical known as rhodopsin, and quite honestly, I don't know a lot about that. I couldn't find a lot about that, but apparently it's a way for them to see fluorescence and inflorescence. So things like fish that would glow in UV light but don't produce their own light, so not phosphorescent or bioluminescent, but the fish that are UV reactive, kind of like glowfish, I guess. They're able to see just those light wavelengths. It's an extremely narrow band of light that is refracted off of that in the visual spectrum. Most things need to agitate it with light hitting it, and then you see a reflection, and then your brain processes it as light. Well, these little receptor cells in some of these deep water fish are actually able to see that, and they'll see the patterns of UVA and UVB reactive designs. So flowers, for instance, they have a ultraviolet pattern on them that a lot of insects or birds or other animals can then see. And even though it looks like a pretty colorful flower, that's for visual sight oriented animals with rods and cones. And you'll have your light or dark sensing, and then you'll have your cones. So between cones and rods, one's light and dark sensing, the other one is red, green, blue. In some animals it's red, yellow, black, gray. It just depends, but there are different color. And we know that when they see UV light, they're called tetrachromats, and that's a whole separate thing. But on those flowers, the flowers have evolved with all these other creatures, and it's been useful to them to evolve with markings both in the visual light spectrum, in the infrared light spectrum, and in the ultraviolet light spectrum. And another one is this phosphorescent, or basically it means that it's energized by UV light rather than producing its own light. So any small little bit of light that comes down through the ocean water starts these cells vibrating and having chemical reactions, and then in turn these fish can see them. And we knew that they could see them with sight, but now we're learning that they can actually see the structures that create that light reflection themselves, if that makes sense. So they're seeing some sort of probably gradient, one-tone color of a pattern on that fish. So like if it's a glowfish, they would see all the spots that are colored on the glowfish as bright white maybe, and the rest of their field is tones of gray, like this video. I don't know, we're kind of speculating what they're seeing, but it's kind of interesting. And it's different than how other animals work, like insects and other things may have photoreceptors or photo sensitive cells. And this is different. This is actual sight going through a visual cortex. So it's something new. It's a new way of seeing the world, quite literally. And I think that's pretty cool, even if I don't quite understand all the science of it yet. But maybe one of y'all is smarter than me and can definitely help explain it to me. I'm sure you can. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next episode of Fishery. Hey, everybody. What?
All right.
So, you want me to explain it to you guys now?
Yeah.
So rhodopsin is a really, these are pigments that are in the retina of many organisms, and they convert light into electrical impulses. And so it's used in deep water fishes all the time.
Ooh.
So, they don't really see per se, but it converts to electrical impulses that then they can detect.
Huh.
We all have them. We have them in our sight.
Really?
I mean, they help us see in dim light. Yeah.
Cool.
It's found from bacteria all the way up to humans. So it's a very common
bioluminescence.
No bioluminescence.
Nothing like it at all.
No.
Okay. All right. We've also got to do the weekend live streams lineup that Miss Dee Dee does for us as well, because we are running out of time today. All right.
We had so much fun.
I know, right? Let's see. Wait, is that it? Yep. Wait.
I haven't been on a live stream since I came to Peru.
Yeah, it's been a while. All right, here we go. Weekend lineup.
And thank you, Annette of Mr. Snow Guardians, for the super cool graphic that you designed for me. And that for the weekend live streams at Eastern Standard Time. So for Friday's live streams, we start the morning at 5 a.m. with Rumball's Fish Room. Get up early, everybody. Following that at 10, it's the Aquatic Pony Show. Names, tails, fur, and feet. Jess and the crew. And at 12, it's My Fish Tanks Aquatics with John. At 4, it's Aquarium Adventures with Graham. At 30, it's the Lefty and the Variety Show. At 6, we have Stay Fishy Friday with Ohio Fish Rescue. And also at 6 is Coldwater Aquatics with Brandon and Aquatic Mess. At 7, it's the Secret History Living in Your Aquarium, just like mine, with Alex. At 7:30 is Hippie John the Fisherman and Whistle Aquatics. And also at 7:30 is Aquamalink. At 8:30 is Father Fish. And at 9:30 is Friday Night Live with LB Aquatics. At 10:30 is the Booty Boys with Kenny, Ed, and James. And 11:30 is In the Den with Big Tank Tank. And that's it for your Friday live stream. And now for the Saturday live stream lineup, we start off 8 o'clock. TV Charters and Terry's Tropical Tints. And at 10 is Saturday Morning Cartoons on 503 Aquatics. At 12, you have Ben Ochar. And at 1, you have Mob Guppy. That's Peter. And at 2, it's Fish, Plants, and Moss. And at 6, we have Mississippi Hippie with her aquariums and therapy. And at 7, we have Saturday the Fish Freak. That's Scotty the Fish Freak. And also at 7 is Wild About Herps on In the Den with Bing Take Hate channel. And at 8 we have Chattanooga Ed, Rico Stan, or James, or it might even be the Fish Fam auction. So go and check out fishfam.link and find out which one it is, because you won't want to miss it, no matter who it is. And at 9 is Fishing Friends with Danny and Gina on Glassbox Hero. 9:30 it's Vinny's Aquatics. 11 o'clock is Punchy Paints and Bob Kaler's Aquatics. And now for the Sunday live streams. Start off at 9 o'clock with the Easy Stream with Depths. So at 11, we have our Aquatic Universe with Mike B. And at 12, we have Sunday Brunch with Mike's Aquatics and Things. And at 1 is Sunday Sharp with Sharpie's Fish and Phantoms. At 2, it's 2 Peas in a Pod, and that will be Mary Pete and Jimmy Pete. At 3, it's Sunday Stream with Brienne's Fish Fan. And also at 3, it is Sunday Stream on And also at 3, it's Shenanigans with Ferno and Eddie. At 4, you have Aquamalink. And at 5, it's Science Gal Aquatics with Carrie and Jesse. At 5:30, it is Father Fish. Following that, Skipper's Aquariums. At 6, Skipper. And at 7 is Q Aquatics with Suzy Q. And at 8 is also Aquafunk and Tennessee Fish Mafia on Bob Keller's channel with a whole bunch of Mafia folks. Even me. I'm Dee Guns on that one. I don't know where that came from. And at 9 is the Sunday night stream with Danica Aquatics with Kenny and Danny. At 10 is Griffin's Fish Room. And at 11:30 is Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics with Brandon. And that concludes the weekend live streams. Don't miss them. You'll be sad you did. And please contact Liquid Zoo OnlyFans to have your live streams added, deleted, or updated on the fishfam.link calendar. That's Matt. And Liquid Zoo, thanks for making this information easy to find at fishfam.link. And Lefty32138, thanks for the information on your live stream calendar as well.
Right.
Okie dokie. All right. Yes, thank you, Dee Dee, for the lineup for this weekend. And y'all, that has been a show. Dr. Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you have
Thank you for having me.
Have a very safe trip when you do come back from Peru. But hopefully we'll see you back here on Monday, even if you can't be on stream. You'll be in chat.
No, because I get in at 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So
you're coming in Monday. You're going home on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Well, can't wait for you to get back and definitely have a safe trip back.
Yep. Safe travels.
Thank you.
All right. You guys, please make sure that you go and you're subscribed to Victoria Lee Creates. She did the very awesome giveaway of the yellow carbenzas that was given to Dr. Anthony. So please, 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 she's very generous for doing that. So please go make sure you are subscribed to Victoria Lee Creates and the rest of the crew that are up here on panel today. I very much appreciate the help.
Of course.
So,
Happy Friday. I love shrimp.
That's right.
I love shrimp.
I love shrimp, and we will see you back here Monday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time. See y'all. Have a great weekend.
Bye, guys.
I love fish.